LD.
Because I'm not going to run for.
Well, you know, what about Andrew?
No, it's okay.
Who?
Chris. Chris says he's too busy. Not organized.
That's true.
Here, one more minute. 'Cause I'm not even ready. Well, not. Are y'all ready or?
I'm gonna have to move over there and run for chairman of your LD.
Andrew's a very hard worker and he's very organized.
But he's.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and get rolling.
All right. We're ready.
Those of you got 2
Where's
minutes.
my
take
night?
it.
All right, we got a first guess. I think we'll go ahead. Because we have how many minutes?
We'll do 2 minutes. 2 minute break.
You're coming.
Oh, you're killing me.
Sorry about this. You want me to bring him in?
No.
No, you can
Oh.
Set him outside there.
Oh, okay. That's better.
Yeah, we need somebody. You're right.
Yeah.
The red is still sick.
Yeah, he's not doing too hot.
He needs to broadcast from home.
I think so. Yeah. You know what we might do? We'll just go. You want to just go straight because it's already 9. You want to just go straight to 22 after?
Sure, let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
All right.
Okay, you know what we're doing, George? We're just gonna go straight. Like we're gonna go take 2 segments at one time. We're gonna do 2 segments at one time. Go straight to 22.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll go straight to 22.
And now for the hearing impaired.
Ah. All right, top
Oh my goodness.
show opener in 7 seconds.
Mike is
Your amigos en salsa are in the What the Heck They Now, George Ortiz. Alice Lala, from Morning Radio who makes sense.
Welcome to the Central City Radio King FM edition of the Chips and Salsa Show. Alice Lana here. It's 4 p.m. Saturday with my co-host, Mr. George Ortiz. How you doing, George?
Oh, hola. I'm here. I was just adjusting my ear.
Get your walk-on tuning
Yes.
done? Okay, right on. Good. We're so glad that you joined us this afternoon. You will not be sorry that you did. We have a terrific show tonight. We have very, very heavily political activist Ted Hayes. If you've never seen or heard Ted Hayes, you're not going to want to miss him. Just a phenomenal guest. He'll be joining us in the second segment. Okay, that was the microphone address. And in our first segment, we have a special treat too. We have a very special guest who will be joining us in a few moments. We want to tell you though, we had a fantastic guest last night to our show on KFNX. George Lawrence did a great job. He's the free market warrior.
Yeah, he was great with talking about the numbers and the economy.
Yeah.
And he could talk for like 3 hours straight and give you a good seminar, and you would be enlightened.
Absolutely. He can teach economics. He goes all across the country and he puts it in very simple terms. It's pretty much, his basic message is capitalism works in a free market. As long as you have freedom, capitalism is flourish and will help us stay free. So he's wonderful. Look him up on the internet if you like, or YouTube him, because there's some great lectures you can find. Loren, and his last name is spelled Spiback. I also want to give a shout out. Tonight we're going to go to Laugh for Hope. I think George can't go. You got to work, don't you?
No, we have a guest that came in from Washington, Dion's dad, and her mother-in-law.
From Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, well, they went to California first, and so they just flew. They're driving in from California today, so they'll be here for a couple of days.
Well, that would be nice.
With our family.
We'll miss you, but in case you still like to go, Laugh for Hope is on this evening. It's a comedy show. And what it is, it's a fundraiser for Life Choices Women's Clinic. They are a very pro-life organization. They help pregnant women. And they just tell you where it is. It's at the Virginia Piper Auditorium. And that's going to be, just show up. I understand there's still a few tickets left, so show up to 4710 North 5th Street in Phoenix. It's the Xavier College Prep Virginia G. Piper Performing Arts Center. The show doesn't start till 7, so you have plenty of time. Show up. The tickets are only $26. It's for a fantastic cause. And I'll be there with my friends, and I'll look for more amigos and salsa. Can have it. George, we're going to have a guest here. Let's see where she gets here. She'll be joining us. And I wanted to mention, have you seen that new show, the Lopez show, George Lopez show?
No, I haven't.
Julian, have you seen it?
No.
We have to give a shout out to Julian Allison, is the owner of Central City Radio, and he's here at Central City Radio, King FM Texas.
Yeah.
And he is here at the helm, always helping us out. But I watched that show. It's a pretty good show. You know, I was a big fan of the other George Lopez show. This one looks like it's more about what's happening in his real life.
A
And
lot of drinking.
let's see. I haven't seen the drinking yet, but the last episode, it was they were trying to turn it into I'm going to say it, grass and then the word HOLE. You know what that is?
Does it start with sesame in or something?
Well, grass, HOLE, is evidently somebody who is not friendly to the environment. So they were coming after him because this tour bus comes up and he's watering his lawn. He's got the landscapers who are his friends working on the lawn. Oh, how dare you do that, George Lopez? Don't you know LA's in drought and everything? So he has to quit doing it for his front yard and goes on a Twitter war and everything. It's pretty funny. But what it got me to thinking is, you know, there's actually 2, I think, Korean sitcoms on the air. And then Blackfish is very popular. It was very good. I like that show. It's a good show. And there's hardly any Latino shows. That's the only Latino sitcom that I know of, George. Am I missing one?
No.
Are you with us today? You busy with it? We want to show up.
You're doing really good.
Show up, George.
Well, I'm trying to find our guest on the computer. But anyway,
Yeah, right.
The one that's in the studio? Show prep. That's why we come here now. The new show. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting, so I thought maybe we should start a Chips and Salsa show. What do you think? Could do a reality show about your life.
I know. I have an interest in that.
And Secret Sonia, what do you think we could do it about all the sleep that he gets or doesn't get?
The sleep he doesn't get?
The man who never stops working.
You know, it's just gonna be him. Secret Sonia gonna be on the show too. Dion, all of that. That'd be great.
Now, speaking of which, we have to give a plug to George because George is running for national spot for the Republican
So
convention.
the Republican convention and also for
Yeah, now you've looked up.
at large, member at large.
Yeah, I like that applause. Very nice.
Yeah, thank you. Just vote for me.
And that's going to happen on April 30th.
April 30th, yes. My luck, I'll get elected.
Well, I think you have a very good chance because George, you're very politically active in Arizona, and people like you. You're very trustworthy and
Yeah.
honest.
I hate the people that are just lying and, you know, they just make up stuff. It's just-
Are they making stuff up about you?
No, not about me. Like, they make up stuff about everybody else, and it's just not true. And it's just infighting. These people they're trying to destroy the party from within, and you're supposed to make the party strong because our job is to fight the Democrats.
Well, I agree with you because we need to focus on the real enemy of the
Yeah,
democracy,
it's
which
Hillary.
are
It's Sanders. You know, they just love destroying each other, and even if Cruz wins, he's going to come out damaged with all the infighting. If Trump wins, he's going to come damaged with the infighting. Or whoever wins.
You know, you're right, George. We're giving them a lot of ammo. So when the race, whoever it is, Cruz or Trump, or even if it's not them, they will still have a lot of ammo.
Whoever it is, it could be, you know, Sarah Palin, you know, revived from ashes, you know, and
Yeah, where has she been? She's this big Trump supporter. All of a sudden, we never hear from her at all.
no, she goes to important, you know, when they need her to come in, she'll fly in from Alaska. Her husband's, you know, been treated for injuries.
Yeah, how's he doing?
I don't know. I think he's doing better, but you know, he did get hurt pretty bad. He's pretty strong, but you know, she had to What do you think?
Well, the other thing I want to talk about, George, is as a female talk show host, you heard about the Laura Ingraham thing, right?
Yeah, I saw parts of it, but you probably couldn't film it.
I saw it, the Blaze thing, that's the Glenn Beck little email that comes out. She says, well, it's big. Like to have a big email like that, wouldn't you? And she evidently, the sound was off and her headphones, it looked like it was dead air, but it kept recording. And she ended up getting very angry and upset and using the F word. What's going to happen? But I'm sure she's going to get a bad rap. And it's too bad because I think somebody might have just said, you shouldn't use the F word, obviously, but she thought she wasn't on the air. And I think she meant to have thinking, what's going on? She's going to lose all these stations.
I think she's got so much popularity and Holocaust. That's going to flow.
Yeah, I think she's strong enough, you're right. She's a very popular talk show.
I think people, and they may talk about it for a week or a few days. It'll go away because her program's every day. So once she comes back, starts her regular program, it's just going to be a dead subject, unless she keeps using the F word.
Yeah.
Then it'll be alive for quite a long time.
It is a reminder, though. I mean, nothing's public anymore, wherever you are. Right now, we're on YouTube, right? Sonia Salsa S. You can. Oh, and Sonia's got a new thing. She's got us on Facebook now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you go to Chips and the Salsa Show on our Facebook page, then you can see us live streaming there as well. And so let's bring in our guests now. What do you say?
Come on down,
Come on
young
down.
lady.
Come on in. We have a really special guest today, and she's a future conservative. I mean, she might already be a conservative.
Working
She
on it.
happens to be
Headphones on.
Julian Allison's daughter. It's your youngest daughter, right?
Yes.
You have one.
She's the baby.
She's his baby, and her name is Amaya Allison. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Welcome. How are you this afternoon?
Yeah.
Are you good? Good. I tell you what, Julian has the most beautiful
Usually
kids.
over by 1:30,
She has the most beautiful
but I
kids.
would try to get a.
Okay, you give us some little audience noise here. We're gonna ask them to close the door. So tell us about this award that you won. What did you win? Leader of the Month. Wow, and this is the school we go to? What's the name of your school?
American University.
Now, what did it take for you to become Leader of the Month? Why did they choose you?
Because I was participating.
Oh, you participated. So you had other kids also put in for that award? Why do you think they chose you to be leader? Are you active at your school? Are you pretty active at your school?
Yeah.
What do you do at your school? What kind of activities do you like?
Math.
Oh, you're good at math, are you? Nice. Now, do you like going to that school? It's a little different than a regular public school, right? What's your favorite thing, your favorite class or thing that you like to do at school? All of the topics? Do you have a favorite teacher? Do you have one teacher there or more than one?
More than one.
Who's your favorite teacher?
My teacher.
You want to say her name and why you like her? Get a little close to his microphone here. Because you have a soft voice like me. But it's much nicer sounding.
Her name is Miss
Miss Evans. And so is she your regular teacher? No? Well, what grade are you in, Maya?
First.
Your first grade. Wow.
So you got what kind of award did you get?
Leader of the month.
Leader of the Month. And that means of all the kids, you're the #1 leader. You got a certificate for that?
Yeah.
All right. You're gonna put it in your wall with all your attendance awards? You got attendance awards too?
Yeah.
You got Student of the Month awards? A few of them? Yep. Leader of the Month.
We're very proud of you, Joanne. I just think that's terrific that you did that. Will you take a picture with us later so we can have you on our Facebook page?
Yeah.
That's okay with your daddy? Well, thank you very much. You want to say anything to our audience? So, thank you for letting me be on here.
Say
Thank
rock
you,
on.
Daddy. Rock on, walk on. And guac on, we'll be right back with more of the Chips and Salsa Show here on Central City Radio, King FM with Alex and George. Thank you, Amaya.
So now we jump to the
Thank you.
segment. Are we
Nice
ready?
job.
Bye,
We're
Mom.
gonna go down to segment 3 now.
Just
Yeah, so now we'll be starting at,
So you're gonna bring Ted Hayes in.
no, you can bring him in. It's not open, you can bring him in.
that was the worst interview y'all ever had.
Oh, it was cute. It was cute. You know, it's so funny because I thought she was just gonna talk.
I thought so too, because I told her last night.
Something happens with that microphone.
That microphone come on, that's it.
Sorry, guys, our mics pick up so much. Come on in.
We got strong mics.
Yeah, we do. They're good mics.
We keep the door open now. It's up there.
Did you need some water, babe?
Yes, please.
Where's Indigo? I'll tell her to bring some water.
How much time do we have? Like, my goodness.
Oh, I get Indigo to bring it.
Thank you.
We got some. Hey Indigo. Hey Indigo. Will you bring in a cup of water with the lid for our guests, please? Just bring one for now, and then be on standby. I may need you to bring some more. Yeah, just one cup with the lid.
Are you gonna be in for three
right.
shows? Good, that's good.
I'm good, man.
Just camp out for the afternoon here,
I'm
buddy.
here. That's what I
It all
do.
ends at 8 p.m.
Great.
Ted, this is what we're telling you about. This is Julian's station. And he
This
said-
your station?
Yeah, this
Is
is.
you kind of young
Amazing.
on something like this?
Well, I used to be young, but now stuff is graying, and I guess I can't play it off anymore.
He lost all of his hair.
That's all there.
Yeah, there's a spot right here. You know what's funny? I'm trying to be more bald, and it grows back so quickly around the sides. I'm like, why can't the whole head just be bald like this spot right here? It's like the whole thing. Then I don't have to worry about shaving the rest of my head.
Some transplants.
Yeah.
But he's got a whole talk site going now. He calls King FM. So when you hear me say King FM,
Yeah, I'm mirroring iHeart. So I used to work at Kiss FM here. So I used to work for, well, it was Clear Channel at the time. So I used to be on the radio, and so I'm like, well, shoot, they're being successful with their app. We got an app. I'm figuring do the same thing.
So how you doing?
This is how we're
Thank
getting
you.
there with shows. We're getting the revenue from our programming shows. So one more minute, y'all. And so far, that's what's been sustaining everything so far.
For you, how long you been doing this?
Really off and on for like 10 years, but in here,
In here.
I've been in here about, this is going to be the third year. Going on 3 years.
So eventually you have your own building.
Building little stations for each of my individual stations, yeah. Like, why not?
And your own brand.
Own brand, exactly.
well, isn't that a great
And he
name?
can,
Central City
What
Radio.
and he can do that from
King FM, yeah, so far, it's Central City Radio. That's the app. That's the app brand. And then each individual station, I'm going to brand them too. Its own thing. So I have the talk side, all the typical top 40, hip hop, all that, jazz, country. It's like, I love
he can
radio.
do that remotely. Like you could be in California, which normally you are,
Yep.
and you can do
All
a
right, stand by. We're going back in.
remote show from a location through his program.
Wow. Yeah, big time.
We got to
I
talk
can't.
about
I
that.
can't.
Oh,
Welcome back to the Chips and Salsa Show. This segment brought to you by One Truth, our sponsor, and also Vet Ads. Vet Ads does
they help veterans get that
and they do a lot of banners, posters, business cards, and we highly recommend that you use Vet Ads. VETAP ads. And also, the other sponsor, the main sponsor is One Truth, and they're a group out of Richmond, Virginia, a
progressives.
progressive rock group
That's the only time we get to use progressive on this show.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, that's a bad P word there.
And,
They are a great band.
and if you go to iTunes and listen to One Truth with J.C. Gonzalez, you can listen to their hit song, Inferno. And we're trying to bring them out to the West Coast. They're,
JC has a fabulous voice. We need to have him call in. So
yeah,
maybe he'll sing us a song.
he probably
Maybe come up
would.
with some lyrics for the Chips and Salsa
He probably would.
music.
At this time, I would like to introduce our guest who's going to speak here, and he's going to be on this show and the next show and the show after that. So he has a lot to say. His name is Ted Hayes, and he was born in the same year I was born, 1951.
That's a great year,
Yeah,
man.
okay.
That's when the world began.
He's an American activist for the homeless and an activist. Hayes' activism began in January 1985 when Juiceville, a community of homeless people in Los Angeles, was founded. It survived for 5 months until authorities moved to shut down the shanty town. When they did, Hayes entered a 35-day fast to protest in 1987 with producer Tom Bolemont and the Butchers. He'll have to explain
That
that.
sounds rough.
And then, let's see, I just lost my picture. Okay, he recorded Ted's rap, Juiceville, about the bulldoze.
Justiceville.
Oh, Justiceville.
I was going to say juice.
Well, I thought it said Juiceville.
Juice 'em up, baby.
It really had some juice.
Justiceville,
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
bulldozing of the encampment. In 1933, he founded Dome Village, a Los Angeles homeless facility consisting of geodesic domes
Geodesics?
Geodesic.
designed by architect Greg Chamberlain and funded by ARCO.
I
Imagine
thought you
that.
got some new glasses, George. Come on.
He's pushing
During
it.
the same year, get this, during the same year, he ran for mayor of Los Angeles during the primary election, receiving 0.63% of the vote. In the mid-1990s, he organized a youth and homeless cricket team. Boy, this guy's gone all around. Now called the Compton Cricket Club, that toured Ireland and England and inspired an opera. He has served as president of the Los Angeles Social Cricket Alliance. In 2000, at the 2000, this is interesting, at the 2000 Democratic National Convention, Hayes, who was leading a contingent of homeless activists, was shot with a rubber bullet by police.
Yeah.
And then it goes on and on and on. So
It goes
look
on
at
and on.
look at him.
Superman movie.
Look at this man and Google him, Ted Hayes, politician and activist, and you will see on Wikipedia. I got this one from Wikipedia, but we have the man right here.
Hey.
So-
hey.
Welcome.
We have my name is Jorge, and we got Alice Lara, and we have Julian manning the board, and we have Secret Sonia recording everything on YouTube. If you go to YouTube, go to Sonia Salsa S. And now we're on Facebook, by what I understand. So you go on Facebook to the Chips and Salsa Show.
Is that live?
What?
She doing that live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really doing that?
Yeah.
Really?
So be
That
careful
no
what you
thing?
say.
And we're on YouTube Live.
What?
And during the breaks, we're on YouTube too. So you got to watch what you say. during
See,
the break.
I'm still from the 19th century,
And then
20th century.
And then she's recording on Facebook Live.
No, she's not.
We're not either. That's why we have a young person to do it for us.
Y'all
Right,
making that stuff up.
She's our assistant producer.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
It's worth looking though, but he's got a great outfit on as well too. I like that.
You like that? Thank you very much. I was just with Sheriff Joe Arpaio a few minutes ago.
Oh, really?
He had an event around town, not too far from here actually. And I walk up to him and shake his hand a little bit. We met a couple weeks ago before. He looks at me and says, "That's a nice uniform." Then he said, "So you're a liberal, huh?"
Oh, you said that? Oh, that's
So you're a Democrat. I said, "Yeah, I'm a leftist, socialist, liberal, fascist Democrat. Yay, Bernie, Bernie, Bernie!" And we laugh. But you know, people have a tendency to look at black folks, particularly, and people who dress like me, that we must be some sort of leftist, socialist type of person. They stereotype us. I kind of like it because it knocks them off guard. you know, and
Gives
then
you
you
an
can,
edge.
gives you an edge. And that's kind of, I think, what Donald Trump is doing as I study his character. I think he's playing big time game out there, getting people to think he's a buffoon and an idiot and all that kind of stuff he's doing. I think what he's doing is he's exposing the underbelly of America. What is America really all about? Do we have the freedom of speech or not? Do we have the right to express our viewpoints or not? Well, apparently he does not have the right to express his viewpoint, and apparently anyone like him who wants to express their viewpoint in this country, they're going to be slammed by the people who claim to be liberals and socialists, which means that they care for society and freedom of speech and liberty. They're the ones who are trying to limit our speech. When I used to think when I was a Democrat, I was born a Democrat, including be black, you know. And when I was in that world and part of the black militancy movement in the 1960s and all that, I really thought that government control and takeover of our freedom of speech and expression was going to come from the right. I thought it was going to be a bunch of right-wing, what do you call it? We should call them the Law and Order Club. That they would take our rights away, and I really thought that's where it's coming from. But lo and behold, it's coming from the left.
So that you found the truth.
I'm finding the truth because I mean, we have in this country we have to, at least in America, we have to learn to disagree if we disagree, but tolerate one another to obey the Constitution of the United States and the First Amendment. Otherwise, it's not America.
That's where we stand at American exceptionalism, and we have freedom, and we're fighting our struggle to keep our freedom. And I know that you're a very big part of that.
Yes, ma'am. The thing that's driving me is part of that's driving me is my birth certificate, the 14th Amendment, and people are breaking into this country, and they're claiming rights that do not belong to criminals, what I call border criminals, and they come here and then they begin to demand things from our government, demand us to be tolerant of their criminal behavior. And when we speak out about it and say, no, you can't do that, then they want to shut us up, not allow us to speak, not allow us to have in our own country. I mean, it makes me just kind of wonder what is going on here.
Well, I don't understand that either, because just by doing that and demanding those things and us awarding them to them, that kind of gives them priority and makes our citizenship, kind of devalues our citizenship.
Yes.
They have more rights than we do,
Yes.
who are actual citizens,
Yes.
and taxpayers and different things like that.
Yes.
So I don't understand that it isn't logical for our country.
And it's not logical for them to be doing what they're doing, because if we try to do that in their countries, we would go to jail, be shot, ran out, whatever, But they come here and they make these demands, and then they say that, this is a racist country. Yeah, there's been racism in America, but the American people have worked and struggled to get over that racism and whatnot. But I figure, if it's such a racist society, why are you trying to break in here and be a part of it? I remember when the Nazis, the fascists took over Germany, Jews was trying to get out of there, not trying to get up in there. So if we're so bad, why are they coming up here? But you see, I think the American people are insecure as to who we are. And we let the hypocrisy of these invaders dictate to us, and we cower under them, and it's time we stop that. And that's what I'm doing, trying to stop it. I'm going to stop it.
Here. Now we're down to, if you can believe it, we're about to get ready to pay some bills here. But
I'll pay it for you.
will you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Noted.
I love it. That's what we'll just keep you here all afternoon. Let me get my own bills. I'll bring them to you. But please keep listening to the Chips and Salsa Show here on Central 6 Radio King FM with Alex Lodomy and George Reese. Back with our special guest, Ted Hayes. So go anywhere.
That's the Facebook.
That's really
one.
happening right now?
Yeah.
That's the Facebook one.
Go on Facebook.
That's when I was talking. She was filming with the Facebook.
Wow.
Sonia, if I go to the Chips and Salsa Show site, it should
It should
Yeah.
pop up on your
Valerie?
timeline. So
Would you
anybody
call
who
Eric
follows
to
us on
tell him to tune
Facebook,
in
it'll
to
send them a
Facebook?
notification unless they have it
Thank
turned
you.
off. It'll tell them that Chips and Salsa Show is now live watch, and they can just hit the watch
Yes.
button and
So
it'll
if I
pop.
go, I brought up Chips and Salsa Show right now, so that's it right there.
Yeah, that's one of them.
I shared it, so hopefully I got people.
Chips and salsa on the radio. Is that right?
That's on
So if they go to
Facebook.
Facebook,
All
go to
Facebook,
Chips and
stream it live.
Salsa,
The Chips and
I like
Salsa
this
show
that
on
call my friend.
Okay, well, you can't get my face.
I'm trying to,
YouTube
like,
too, but she's filming it on both.
Okay, got it.
And it's coming out real clear.
So Sonia, you do just a great
That's something we're
job.
talking about doing it on.
Camera work.
Too, so.
Because not
And
everybody.
it's so easy because it's on Facebook.
I'm trying
so
not
you
to
can-
shake my
Everybody
arms.
has Facebook.
Yes.
Oh, not everybody.
The arms
but a
are
lot of us
tired.
do.
They are tired.
Okay, I'm calling.
Do you want Indigo to come do this piece?
It's okay.
I have it muted because of
You can do this to charge extra to have that done.
Hey, Ron,
No.
go to, if you want to see the broadcast, go on Facebook and look up,
No, that one.
Chips and Salsa, right?
Yeah.
Just go on Facebook, look up Chips and Salsa, and you'll see it live. Yeah, on Facebook.
and do it now.
It's being live streamed right now.
That's what you were talking.
It's called CentralCityRadio.com. You'll see it.
But on ours is ours is.
And what you can do when you go down, if you do go skating, tell the folks down there skating, tell Richard to look it up. You can see it because I'm be up a while. Okay, thank you.
I got a minute left, but you want another
Right
minute?
there,
Oh,
behind
yeah,
you.
give me the minute. I want to hear the song.
No, that's ours.
When do what?
I just put it up there.
I'm gonna find that song.
I put ours up there.
Oh, okay.
Here, we'll find you.
Yes, it
Just gonna
is.
look on it right now.
Oh,
He said the
good.
one on
I took it
YouTube
out of
said
the
that the
bag.
show doesn't start till 6.
No, because ours
Really?
isn't
Yeah.
bad.
Oh, I wonder if we have to check
That's
that.
I don't know.
Because it used to be 6.
Yeah, it needs to be changed on there on Facebook. It still
Sonia.
says-
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
that's
for that.
ours.
Maybe I'll tell Sonia.
Why is it like that, though?
I just didn't wrap it up like I normally do.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
This message
That doesn't
is
look
for all
like mine.
unvaccinated
This is
persons.
the kind of stuff we're talking about.
Look in that bag then.
It's
Yeah.
not in the
Pretty cool
bag.
stuff.
I took it out of the bag.
A random text is more
I put
important
it
than your life.
right up
Who
here.
takes their eyes off the road while speeding along at a 3-ton
Who
Honda
did the?
No, she wasn't with you guys? She wasn't with, well, hey, no.
I don't know.
What, found it?
Yeah, so here it is. See, chips and salsa.
I thought that'd be a good thing to bring him back with.
So I'm just gonna make sure that,
She's gonna start it up again right now.
okay.
YouTube is constant. So everything, this is recording on YouTube from the time we start on 2 different cameras. The herd,
That's not
the-
bad.
Yeah, I can make it so fancy. Everybody's got,
That wouldn't be bad.
Yes, yes.
The letter N. No.
But hold on. How'd she do it?
Chips, the letter N, and salsa.
Oh, it's Chips, the letter
20
N,
seconds.
then salsa
Yeah.
on Facebook.
Okay, 20 seconds.
Facebook. Yeah.
So I'll
Chips,
bring
the
in
letter
this
N,
and then you'll go into
and
that.
salsa.
Okay. All right, 10 seconds. Stand by.
10 seconds.
Got it all.
Okay, I'll bring it in, George. I'll bring it in.
A message from the National
Yes.
Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Your turn. I can do it again. I got another.
I want to bring it in. I got something to do. Then I can toss it to you.
Okay.
All right. Mics are on.
And welcome back to the Chips and Salsa Show with our special guest Ted Hayes, and I have a special treat for you.
Oh, check this out. Hey!
Remember this one?
Yeah.
To the people.
Yeah. 1960s. I remember that. I'm gonna give you the version that we used to sing in Maryland. We used to go, power. Now I gotta watch my language here. Power to the people. Power to the black African people. Who gonna survive America? Very few niggas and no hunkies at all.
We are on the internet.
It's not the station's fault, but that's what we used to say in the 1960s, man. So I remember that song. Power to the
Isn't that-
People.
yeah, I thought that'd be a really good one to
It is a very
bring
good
our
one.
special guest Ted Hayes back.
Thank you.
Can I read a little bit more of his bio?
Be my guest.
Oh, no.
In
Wait a minute. You got your glasses
The
here?
butcher.
For Juice, are you ready for Juicetown? Oh, Justice Town.
Just
Now.
I'm
I
just-
kind of like Juicetown though.
I like
Juice
that.
like gives it
It
juice.
does. Juice him up. Juice him up.
In 2001,
George is juiced up. What is
he
juiced
ran
up?
unsuccessfully for the Los Angeles City Council seat of the 9th District, receiving 5.3% of the vote. After the September 11 terrorist attacks, he was criticized by the Muslim leaders for his role in persuading the Los Angeles City Council to pass a resolution demanding that Muslims take a stronger stance against global terrorism. Recently, he has become a vocal critic of illegal immigration to the United States, joining the Minuteman Project at protests and staging his own. There was an altercation at the anti-illegal immigration rally at
Leimert Park, 2007.
organized by Hayes. And it continues and continues.
You know, there's a lot there. But let me say something about the election. You know, I participated in the election process because I felt it was my duty as a citizen to do so. And I decided to run for mayor. It was right after Tom Bradley was stepping out. And there were like 24 candidates running. And I ended up coming in 9th place out of all those folks.
That's not
And,
bad.
yeah, and I raised $3,000. Okay, that's all I got, $3,000, and I spent $3,000, and I got 3,000 votes. Now the winner,
A
check it
dollar
out,
a
a dollar a vote, exactly.
Now, what year is this
Exactly,
again?
1993,
Okay.
and the LA Times had the closing article about the election. Now Richard Riordan, the guy who won the mayorship, he spent $47.50 per vote, and I spent $1 per vote. And the Times said that dollar per vote, Ted Hayes won the election hands down. Now I tied 9th place with 3 other gentlemen. Each of them spent over $150,000 to just come in 9th place. The Times said that had I had $150,000, I would have won the election. And the other thing about it too, I was more popular, more known than anybody, and I was a better speaker than anybody. And I asked the LA Times, how come you guys would not allow me on the debate platform with the lead guys? He said, well, you have to have $150,000 in your war chest before we allow that, because we know, Ted, that if we let you on the platform, you'll win. And that would mean that the LA Times, yeah, they told me that, yeah, they said, and that would mean that the LA Times would be responsible for making you the mayor of Los Angeles, and we just could not do that. So they locked me out on purpose.
Oh,
Ain't
what
that something?
a great story.
Yeah. And they also said when they did a demographic chart, and the winner, he got most of his votes from the I think it was the West Side and the Valley, and his numbers went up, peaked like that, and then dropped off like so. And the guy came in second, Michael Wu. He got the votes from the West Side, and his went up, peaked, and went off like that. But they said out of all the candidates, only Ted Hayes' voter support was across the board, racially, ethnically, everything.
Wow.
And they knew I would have won.
Wow.
See, if I don't, but it's a good thing I didn't win, because had I won, I probably went on to win the presidency.
Oh!
See?
Yes.
And I don't want that headache. Please, you couldn't pay me enough money to be the freaking president of the United States. Now, I used to want to be the first black president, but Bill Clinton beat me to that.
Yeah. That is a great story. Well, let's switch a little bit and talk about the Latino angle, because
Thank
I
you.
know that you've done a lot of work in that area. And
Yes.
it's just, I'm so glad you're going to be on for the next couple of shows, because
Yes.
there's so much that you have to
Yes.
say
Yes,
and
ma'am.
information. So I'm just going to shoot it at you.
Yeah, folks, I come from the East Coast, from Maryland. And I remember the first time I came out here, 19 years old, I hitchhiked out here. And I just could not wait to see Mexican people. I've always heard about Mexican people, saw them in the news, and movies, all that. I couldn't wait. When I got out here and I saw Mexican people, the beautiful skin tone, the whole culture, I was like really enamored. And I've always loved the Mexican people. And I've always wondered when I was a child in high school, when we studied the Mexican-American War and our neighbors, and how the people of Mexico were poor and socially oppressed, and not only Mexico, but Guatemala, Salvador, Nicaragua, all of those people. And I wonder, why is it that the United States, as big and strong and wealthy as it is, does it allow its neighbor to be dwelling in the kind of situation that is dwelling in it? It always puzzled me. So I get out here, and eventually, as I became an activist for the homeless, in Justiceville, in Justiceville.
Juicetown. We're going to be your new name now. Watch, that's what you'll be talking to. You say Juicetown.
You're going to say Juicetown. Damn, George.
Man, I could have had V8.
No, I should have thought about that a long time ago. But in the village, we had like 75 people, men, women, children, and half the population was what we call the Border Brothers. They were Hispanic, Latino dudes, illegal aliens. I didn't consider them illegal aliens. In fact, I felt that at that time that if I was the president of Mexico, I would deliberately send my people into the United States, force them into citizenship, and then vote California out of the Union. And what could the Union do about it? Go to war with us? Of course, the whole world's watching. So I was aware, and I never was prejudiced or racist or bigoted towards anyone. My mama and daddy brought me up to be that way. You know, you just take people face value as they are, appreciate cultures and so forth.
That's how
And I noticed though the numbers of the Border Brothers was growing all over Los Angeles. I said, that's a standing army. What if these guys turn up? But they're cool. So when we got the Dorm Village put together, every Christmas we would have Feliz Navidad. And I would think, my gosh, hundreds of little children, Hispanic Latino children from 18th Street, 18th Street in LA.
That Olivera Street area?
Yeah, yeah, kind of east, west rather. And their children come down, we give gifts and food, entertainment, and we love them. And then I started this cricket club. And the team was made up primarily of young Mexican boys in their teens. And we taught them how to play cricket. We took them to Europe, to England 3 times. They became famous and took them to Australia. So I've always had a relationship with the Hispanic Latino community. And in LA, I became a hero, an icon to them. And I'll tell you on the other side what happened.
Okay, that's a great lead up, absolutely. I should have had my little song ready to play because I thought it just didn't get to be. So please stay tuned for more Ted Hayes here on the Chips and Salsa Show. I'm Alice Lara, and with George Ortiz, Switzerland, joining us. Don't go away.
This is a fantastic show today.
I am not a board op it. Do you know what I did wrong when I was working at this FYI?
What?
My the lead producer said, "Let me teach you how to work the board." He was so intimidating, that big Star Trek board. I thought, no, I don't think I can do that. And I should have learned it. I should have learned it.
Where's that Dome Village located?
You can learn this one here.
You know how they are?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know the 110 freeway going south,
That was so
the north
close to you.
110 freeway,
Oh, yeah.
going through the
I'm
downtown,
missing 2
and just before
next
10
month,
freeway.
2 weekends. I don't want nobody to miss their show.
On your right-hand side, between 8th and 9th Street,
14th
there's a
and
big
21st.
park right over on your right-hand side. That's where it was, right in 18th Street.
And they tore it down.
I might have my
Yeah.
brother again on the 21st. I ain't talked to him yet.
Took it down.
What if we
because
take
property
the
owners
shows?
didn't like my
That's what Ron
decision.
said he was going to think about doing
Democrat.
this
He
pre-recorded.
raised my rent from $2,000 to $18,000 a month. And so
May
instead of squatting on
21st.
it, we just got off.
14th and 21st.
I was glad it was
After
over.
that, I ain't
Because I
missing
was
nothing.
tired. I wasn't supposed to last for 13 years.
I haven't even been trying to get any of those
First place.
DJ gigs on some
That was a
Saturday
fluke.
anymore.
That was an
I
accident.
was like, I see him come in
And people
like,
thought we would crash and
Pay you
burn.
enough though? I mean,
We had the
Hey,
best
yeah,
facility in the
great,
history
but-
of the city. And
until I get somebody I can, and until Sonia gets a car.
Arco Corporation gave us the first initial funds.
Nah, I gotta have somebody trained like do that at Camp White or
$250,000. I
Camp
think
White.
had I asked him for $1 million, he would give
something
me $1
happens to
million.
you, you have
Because he was so enamored with the concept. He had been watching me. in the
There's gonna be
meetings,
something that's gonna come up all the
work I was
time.
doing, things I was
I
saying.
really wouldn't mind just
So
if
they
somebody
sent him.
full time in
He
there.
sent
I'd
one
still
of his,
come here and be here, but
employees
it's
out
somebody
Friday
that's their
at an
job.
event,
They're gonna
told
be
me that he
here.
wanted me to come.
Oh, because the maestro, we're talking about him doing Friday.
No, we had.
The only
we
thing
had-
is
we
he's-
had $20.
He's still thinking Savage is
About as big as this room.
on here.
Yeah.
He's
he's
a yo.
confused, Kip, and it's,
Yeah, he's got confused.
you
Like,
know,
oh,
this is the
Savage.
problem
It was-
with
it
us
was-
older folks.
People said it could never happen.
I went on
Oh, 1
Facebook
minute, by the way.
It's gonna happen.
and I saw that Mark the Maestro never accepted my friend request.
In the
And
history
I
of the
said,
United
Mark,
States.
how come you haven't accepted my friend request? Alex, he texted me. Okay, come on. We need to show you how to do that.
Well, the thing is, it is true. I mean, yeah, it's modern technology, but man, the rate that stuff just keeps updating is just almost impossible now.
Very true. Absolutely.
Because what was brand new, literally, someone was telling me that they have to go to some computer school every. It was Ron was telling me they have to go to school every. Let me do 30 more seconds. Like every month or something.
To keep up with
To
it,
keep
not
up,
going so
do
fast.
Yeah, it used to be like every 6 weeks, I think he told me, but now it's like every month they have to go get retrained and whatever because the rate, I think it was, what's that called? Rate of progression, I think was the name of that term, where
Just
Like
so
this
fast.
iPhone 6 is like obsolete
My
tomorrow.
phone 6 months is already it's old school.
It's old school. It's rare I had the first of anything. Now it's like this old thing.
That's true.
All
Right,
right,
so
let's-
last segment, huh?
Last segment, let's get ready to
You want to
go.
bring it back in?
All right, mic's on.
Welcome back to the Chips and Salsa Show.
People, right on.
Welcome back to the Chips and Salsa Show. My name is Jorge, and with me is my co-host, Alice Lara,
Good evening, everyone. Glad to be here.
and our guest, Ted Hayes. And he's the self-proclaimed Western or American Gandhi, right? Known for being...
Gandhi and the molcajete. Wow.
The molcajete, what is the molcajete?
This is the molcajete right
the
there.
bowl that we're
Chip
sitting
bowl.
in.
Oh, okay.
And then Hayes is known for being a colorful character, often sporting long floating coats and wearing American flags. There it is on his shirt, on his
It's a necktie. Is that a necktie?
as
No,
part
it's
of the dress.
a scarf.
Scarf.
And Hamaka,
Yarmulke.
Yamaka.
Yarmulke.
I'm
I'm
a
a Jew.
He is also known for being an advanced inland skater.
Yes,
right?
inline skater. I'm a skate boogie dancer down on Venice Beach, world famous Venice
Yeah,
You
Beach.
still do
Rose.
that?
Yes, ma'am. I can
Yeah.
spin like a top.
Wow.
And all the young
Is that on
dudes
YouTube?
look at me and say, "How did an old man do that?" Yeah, look up on YouTube. Look up.
You know,
Venice Beach skate
he's
dancer.
seen rollerblading through Skid Row and Venice Beach. In 2008, Hayes became the Republican congressional nominee against incumbent Maxine Waters in California's
Maxine Waters.
35th congressional district. He lost the election with 13% compared to 84% for Maxine Waters. However, he got more than 10 times the vote per dollar of the campaign expenditures as Waters did.
There you go.
And he does that. He did it for the mayor's race too.
There you go. You know, because I'm a Republican, I was in the party then, and people told me they would vote for me, but because they loved me, but because I was a Republican, they couldn't do it because the word Republican is a pejorative. And by the way, I did get closer and closer to the Republican Party in LA County, the largest Republican Party in the state, United States of America. And I quit the Republican Party. I quit because I found out that those people are not Republicans. I don't know what they are, but not Republicans. But nevertheless, though, I want to just share
Except
something.
you still love us because we're Republicans.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the people, but the party leadership is just horrible. But you know, back to the illegal immigration issue. Before I was aware of the danger that this was to the country and to my people, black folks as we call us, I in fact protested with what I call the campesinos and the compañeros. There was some property that they had growing like a
Can you
big truck.
define for our audience campesinos?
Campesino, compañero is a term meaning fellow student in the struggle. That's what they taught me. And the campesino is Mexican, compañero is Nicaraguan and El Salvadorian. And they had the campesino compañeros, wonderful people. I loved them. They loved me. And some Donald Trump.
That's where he got that from.
Donald Trump got that from me, okay? and
Wait a minute, your hair's waving.
it's blowing in the wind. And they were being evicted from the property because some socialists had got in there and poisoned them and made them begin to say bad things about the property owner who had let them be there for free. So he said, y'all gotta go. And so I went with my other black brothers and we marched with them, we protested, even from the city hall. And here I had my big megaphone and I was going, si se puede, me, right? And they loved it. But one day when I was in South Central, a young black man, well, not a young black man, he was a Marine, former Marine, James Spencer, he walks up to me and he says, you know, brother, we appreciate your work with the homeless, but as long as the illegals are here, you can't help the veterans and the homeless because all the money, the attention is going to people who belong here. I did not want to hear it because I knew he was talking about, and I had my cricket team at the time, and I, oh my gosh, And every time I see that brother, he would confront me about this. So one day I decided I'm going to study it, I'm going to pray, I'm going to find out what's going on. It took me 4 months anguishing over this issue because I knew if I acknowledge it, I'm going to get in trouble. And so when I came out of the closet and I held a news conference in the Mert Park, it was a handful of us, my gosh, did I catch hell. And from that day, they have sworn that they will never allow me to have a public forum in LA. They've threatened my life. To this point, to this day, my life is under threat. They call me we marched one day downtown Broadway, LA. And I grew up in Jim Crow, Maryland, 65 years old. And the whole time I was in Maryland, I think those white kids must have called me a nigger with hatred or whatever, maybe a total of 15 times. But when we marched, my whole life, well, when we marched down Broadway, them people must have called me a nigger 80 times one day. I mean, they were just saying, oh, nigga, nigga, nigga. At the end of the march, I cried. Because I was shocked that there was that much animus towards me being black and standing for my country.
And that was you were defending the immigrants?
No, I'd learned that the so-called immigrants was destroying the country, and I was out marching for my civil rights, and they attacked us.
So you faced the truth.
Yes.
You came out on the
It was
side of the
hard.
truth.
It was really hard.
And that's when you got much more animosity.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even my cricket boys, many of them turned against me.
And so now he's even
I was
stronger.
going to say God makes you stronger.
He's stronger now, but his life is in peril.
Yeah, because of it.
Because he's defending.
Powerful story and a good place for us to end the show today.
Wow.
It really is. Because you're going to be on the next show.
He's going to be on the next show right after us. It's going to be Ron.
We'll be revving up with the Red
Revving
Show,
up
and
the
Ron
Red.
Harders will be.
He'll be hosting it, and Ted Hayes will be here for that whole hour, folks. And then after that, it'll be the Edna San Miguel show, and Ted Hayes will be there with Edna. And so
stay
he has
tuned.
so much to talk about.
And
so
we're
much to talk
so
about.
delighted that you tuned in for the Chips and Salsa Show. We'll be here again. George and I will be here. I'm Alice Latta, George Ortiz, on the Chips and Salsa Show, Friday, 4 p.m. Central City Radio, King FM. Thank you for listening.
Amen. And then
Yeah, man.